Hello YouTube viewers. In February 2023 we bought a First 7 scaffold tower from TopTower, and it was so that we could paint the walls, and we managed that okay, but there were some issues, and I'll just go through them with you in the following video. So the first hurdle that I had to overcome was just understanding how this First 7 system is supplied and put together, and basically the first 5 is some ladder sections and a working platform sections. And what you do is, instead of buying the 2-meter ladder sections and sticking them on top to give you the extra height, you actually put the 2-meter section in the middle. So you've got ladder section originally supplied, your new extra ladder sections, and then your working platform section. So the ladder sections are with your even spaced 300mm space rungs, and then your working platform has kind of irregular spacing, and that is the sections that go on top. That was my first thing that I had to try and understand. Maybe it was just me not quite getting to grips with the website descriptions. And here we can see the top of the picture is the irregular spaced working platform sections, and the bottom part of the picture shows you the regularly spaced rungs of the ladder section. And to point out that with your 2-meter extension you also get a second working platform, and this is it taken out of its packaging. And one thing, I suppose a second hurdle that I came across was not realizing how much time it took to actually prepare for building the scaffold, because it's not just a case of just putting it all together. There's some extra wee bits that you need to do to get the small components put together, as well as your main sections. So we'll show you that. And what I'm going to show you next though is just about the actual reach of this 7 tower. So we have a 1990s wimpy house in Ayrshire, Scotland, and it has an interesting gable end with a hipped roof, and I was hoping that I could reach all the way up to the top to paint the walls, and even perhaps reach the gutter right at the top. So in these two pictures I've just shown you, it's just the 2 ladder sections that I've got assembled. I still have the working platform section to reach the highest point to put on. And there we go, that's all 3 lots. You've got ladder section at the bottom, ladder section, and then your working platform section, and the stabilizers, one of which I had to put on top of the shed roof with a spreader plate underneath. And there's me at the top, and I still had to use an extending roller to reach the top, and this is without even having a triangular apex on the gable end. So yeah, I could have done with an even taller section, and that's looking from the neighbour's property, and you can see just right in the middle is the working platform. Possibly it could have gone the next one up, but then the handrails would not have given me the protection that I would have needed. And just to show you, there you see still a fair way to go before I could reach the soffit there and the gutter. So I don't know if in the website the guy that was showing you climbing up the platform, but or the tower, but maybe that design of house that they were working on or showing you is really quite lower, or should I say not as high as our design of building. Okay, so what I don't think they showed me on the website at the time was how much work is involved in actually getting all the components assembled, all these small bits, which I recommend that you sort through, check they're all there, and lay them all out neatly like I did, and you will find the assembly a lot easier. Now, we also bought the extra caster kit, so we didn't kind of use those foot bars. And underneath the working platforms are a chart, and I recommend you spend a good bit of time looking at those just to familiarize with how things go together and what should all be there. A good reason not to have your working platform upside down in the rain whilst you're reading the chart with the component list and instructions, because it becomes illegible. So if that happens to you, I've just put together a few snapshots for you to refer back to. It may prove useful if yours gets wet and you can't read it anymore. A rubber mallet will become very useful to you, and I've just put some more shots together here to show you some of the components, and just in case you're trying to work out, oh, where did that bit go, you can refer back to this video, and it may be useful. So there's casters there which we didn't use on the feet section because we had the big rolling casters to move the whole tower together. So yeah, it could be handy. And you can see the different sections. There's like a, there you go, a square section and a round section which are actually joined together before you knock them into the ladder sections. And there's the proper sort of braked casters fitted. Those are the end caps. Again, that's the two different sections, and there we go. Just gives you an idea what it should look like, and in a few seconds you'll see me actually assembling the whole thing together. But I just thought these quick shots would give you an idea, maybe if you were just struggling to understand the diagrams. So bear in mind that I'm actually doing this narration in 2025, so it's nearly 2 years after I made this, well, took these photos, and I'm only just putting the video together. See, you have these caps M 35mm. For the 7 meter there's 8 of them, so they fit in the ends of these male sections here, and that may help. Well, obviously it's going to protect the ends being crushed, but it also might help the next section of ladder sliding on easier. So because I was having problems fitting the second ladder section onto the first base ladder section, it made me think that maybe it would be a good idea, even before that you put these cross braces on, is to lay the ladders out flat on the ground or upright like I've got them. Yeah, just the bare ladders. Here we've got the first base ladder section, and then we've got the second ladder section that you get with the 7-meter system, and then you've got the working platform ladder section for the top of the 7-meter. And yeah, you maybe saw me bashing this second one on, something to do with the manufacturing tolerance with the male joint there. And one thing I thought was, okay, swap these around, put this one at the bottom, put the wheels on it, but it just means that this problem with the tolerance of the male would be pushed further up, and when you've got the ladder or the scaffold tower half built, you really don't want a problem fitting these together up at height. So literally just lay the ladders out in the way that you're going to use them, and just see if they push fit easily, and that will save you or alert you to any problems with the fitting. Having now removed the ladder that I was finding difficult to fit onto the first ladder, it was actually fairly easy. So I think the forcing of the females over the males has actually put it into shape properly. So it now slides on quite easily. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. There we go. There, it slides on quite easily. These go on opposite corners on the platform. Notice there's a small nipple inside there which catches in this hole. I don't think that this needs to be done up too tight, moderately tight, and it won't go down. You need to just pull it slightly out, and that will grip around the ladder rung. And here on the opening hatch side, I guess this is quite a handy catch to stop the hatch from flipping open when you're handling it, when you're putting it up into position. So that seems to work quite well.
just to show you these wheels that are the optional extra. They're actually quite clever, as well as having a brake surface. They also have teeth that engage to stop the wheel rotating as well. So that's quite clever. It brakes the wheel from turning, and it brakes the whole caster from swiveling. I've now unbraked the wheels, and they move like a absolute dream. Really easy to move on concrete slabs. And there we are so far. So I've got a ladder section for the base, a ladder middle section, because that is the 2 meter extension, I guess, and then there's the working platform ladder sections, and we've got 4 of these handrails to go. We've got 2 more braces to go diagonally. There's 4 safety pins for when you're joining these ladder sections on. See, they've got their top end caps on, and I think those are left over because I've got the casters rather than the stabilizers this time. But there we go, there's the stabilizers that I'm not using, with 2 kind of jockey wheels there. That's it so far anyway.